Gentlemen, we're really roughing it this time. I don't even have a script, and this is actually technically take 3 of this video. I realized that I was in portrait mode last time I took a video here, so hopefully this one goes a little bit better. Anyway, I'm Landon Valeric. Welcome back to my Atomic Habits chapter review series. We're doing chapter 2 this time, right? So this week we're starting chapter 2, and chapter 2 is titled How Your Habits Shape Your Identity and Vice Versa. So you can see my lights are tripping out. They're all proximity sensor, right? So, or IR, I think it is. Anyway, what this chapter is all about is the types of habits that you can build. And James Clear here has a suggestion on what type of habit you should be building. So the two main habits that habit types that James Clear outlines here are outcome-based habits, which is habits that are obviously based on an outcome, and then identity-based habits, which is where you focus on who you wish to become, right? So instead of saying something like, the goal is to read a book, it's more like the goal is to become a reader, or the goal is not to run a marathon, but the goal is to become a runner, or the goal is not to learn an instrument, the goal is to become a musician, right? So it's a change in your identity that James Clear suggests makes your journey of building these habits that much easier, that much more powerful, and thus also that much quicker, right? So here's the quick chapter summary. There are 5 points. 1, there are 3 levels of change. There is outcome change, process change, and identity change. 2, the most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but on who you wish to become. 3, your identity emerges out of your habits. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person that you wish to become. 4, becoming the best version of yourself requires you to continuously edit your beliefs and to upgrade and expand your identity. Side note, I do actually really believe in that one. This is not the first time I've heard that one. And then 5, the real reason habits matter is not because they can get you better results, although they can do that, but because they can change your beliefs about yourself, which I actually think is also true with that one. So we're going to get into some other points in the next video, but I think that the idea of basing your habits in your identity is a very powerful one. That will be my first powerful idea of this chapter, because I have some anecdotal thoughts here, maybe anecdotal evidence. We're going to go back to my waking up early analogy. So now, or my waking up early habit, I guess. So now I have my kind of system in place with my barcode scanner alarm clock. Now, that's changing a little bit because I just switched from Android to iPhone and I don't have that barcode scanner alarm clock yet. It doesn't really matter at the moment because while I'm on nights, I don't have the issue of waking up at 4 in the morning because I'm already at work at 4 in the morning. Actually, to give you some context, it is currently 4:36 a.m. Eastern Time in the Greater Toronto area. So that's what's up. I have a wife and kid who make sure that I'm awake, whether intentionally or not. So before this whole barcode scanner thing, though, what I did do is I would continuously say to myself that I wake up at 4 o'clock a.m. every day, and I am somebody who wakes up at 4 a.m. every day. This was not just to myself, but this was in conversation. This alone I did not find very effective, but what I did find led to much greater success was actually writing out physically on a pen and paper my morning routine, including waking up at 4 a.m., doing my workouts, having my coffee, meditating or reading or visualizing, making my lunch. All of it included and rewritten every night with the intention of being a person who does that. And I think that's ultimately what it's about. It's about visualizing and creating that person in your head so that you can become them. So I guess that's my challenge to you guys is if you have an outcome-based habit that you're not having the most success with, try ingraining that habit into your identity. What kind of person would have the outcome that you're looking for? What kind of person would have the habit that you're trying to build? And then maybe if you bring the idea of that person into your being as you being that kind of person, I believe that's what James is saying is a powerful way to help make those habits take shape. That's it for all. That's it for now. I will see you all Thursday, Friday. Technically, this video is also late. Next week's or the next video will probably also be a little bit late, but it's just kind of a byproduct of what's going on with my own schedule right now. I'm working these night shifts 6 days a week, 12 hours each, and it doesn't leave a lot of time for things outside of being here at this logistics warehouse, watching boxes go by on a conveyor and fixing electrical problems when they arise. Such is life, though, at the moment. Everybody, take it easy. We'll see you soon. Bye.